The Egyptian 365-day solar calendar, a revolution in timekeeping. The ancient Egyptians gifted the world with a remarkable innovation, a 365-day solar calendar. This calendar was a monumental leap forward in timekeeping. It offered a more consistent and predictable system compared to the lunar calendars used by many other civilizations, such as the Babylonians and Mayans. The Egyptian calendar was born from a deep understanding of the natural world. Egyptians meticulously observed the rhythms of the Nile River and the sun's annual journey. This careful observation allowed them to create a framework for tracking time that was closely aligned with the solar year. Lunar calendars, common in many ancient societies, were based on the cycles of the moon. These cycles average approximately 29.5 days. The Egyptian calendar, however, anchored itself to the sun, providing a more stable and consistent measure of the year. The annual flooding of the Nile River was the lifeblood of Egyptian agriculture. This predictable inundation deposited fertile silt, essential for growing crops. The Egyptian calendar's ability to anticipate this flooding was crucial for planning planting and harvesting. The Egyptian year was divided into 3 distinct seasons, each reflecting a phase of the agricultural cycle. These seasons were inundation, also known as Akhet, emergence, or Peret, and harvest, called Shemu. Each season consisted of 4 months, and each month was precisely 30 days long, totaling 360 days. To reconcile the 360-day calendar with the actual length of the solar year, the Egyptians added 5 extra days at the end of each year. These days, known as epagomenal days, were dedicated to the celebration of various deities. This addition brought the total to 365 days. The Egyptians also utilized decans, which are specific groupings of stars. These decans rose on the horizon at intervals of roughly 10 days. This system allowed them to track time throughout the night and provided a more granular understanding of the passage of the year. The heliacal rising of Sirius, known to the Egyptians as Sopdet, was a particularly significant event. This occurred when the star Sirius reappeared in the eastern sky just before sunrise. This event coincided closely with the annual Nile floods, making it a crucial link between the calendar and the agricultural cycle. The Egyptians used the heliacal rising of Sirius to accurately predict the arrival of the life-giving floods. This predictive power allowed them to prepare for the inundation and maximize the benefits of the fertile silt. The calendar, therefore, became an indispensable tool for managing their agricultural economy. While a remarkable achievement, the 365-day Egyptian calendar was not perfectly accurate. The actual solar year is approximately 365.25 days long. This discrepancy meant that the Egyptian calendar gradually drifted out of sync with the seasons over time. This drift was less pronounced than the inconsistencies inherent in lunar calendars. However, it did require periodic adjustments to realign the calendar with the solar year. Despite this limitation, the Egyptian calendar represented a significant advancement in timekeeping. The Egyptian calendar's focus on the sun and the Nile's cycles provided a more stable and predictable framework for organizing society. This stability was essential for managing agriculture, religious observances, and administrative tasks. The 365-day solar calendar was a significant improvement that profoundly impacted ancient Egyptian civilization. The calendar allowed for better planning of agricultural activities, leading to increased food production and economic stability. It also facilitated the coordination of religious festivals and ceremonies, strengthening social cohesion. The Egyptian calendar stands as a testament to the ingenuity and observational skills of the ancient Egyptians.